there's enough air going through that?
Yeah, should be.
Yeah. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So just a quick video today. I know it's sort of like a well-trodden path, but it's the first time I've done it, and I've seen a couple of videos of doing it, and I just thought if I'm going to make mistakes, you can see the mistakes that I make, so you don't make the same mistakes, because it's all good when they do it on their TV and it looks great and they've got all the right tools, but we don't have all the right tools and we probably won't make it look great. So what we're doing today is we're fitting a second-hand cold air intake to my S550 Mustang. So it's a really straightforward job. The one thing they do say is to let the engine cool down, because one of the parts that you do have to take off is like the sound delete, or this sound tube which goes into the engine bay, or sorry, into the firewall. And to get to it, there's like a 10mm nut under there. So what we're gonna have to do is jack the car up to get at it. The engine's cooled back now. Then it is just a case of disconnecting the tubes, removing the MAF sensor, and then you've got to remove a couple of parts of the MAF sensor to sort of re-put it around here before it goes into the throttle body. But what we'll do is we'll disconnect everything. You'll see it on the time lapse, and then as we go through the process of putting it back together, if there's anything that comes up, we'll show you how to do it. So we'll just get cracking. You ready?
Let's get going.
Let's get going now. And as you can see, we've jacked the car up, and we've put a, don't worry, Mac's not just under there. He's not dead or anything, he's fine. We've put a couple of axle stands under there as well, so it isn't going anywhere, so it gives him room to access underneath. And we're saying, which is really hard, is to remove this. So as you can see, it goes there and it wiggles its way all the way down, and you can just about see his light. So it's 10mm, and it's not the easiest to get to. So I'll hand you over to Mac, and Mac will tell you what he's doing under there anyway.
Right, so we're at a bit of an awkward angle here, but as you can see, 10mm spanner on the nut. It's quite a long bolt, so you're going to be here a while. Try to undo the nut. Really awkward to get to. Just to zoom out a little bit, you can see I'm going up the side of the headers here. Really not a lot of space. You can just get one arm up and no more, and you can shine your light up this sort of direction here just to see where you're going, but as you can see, you can't see. You're working by feel really at this point. Yeah, see how this goes. So as you can see, that's the 10mm nut removed, and all we've done is pull the hose off the end of that nut there, bolt there. And as you can see, just behind the bolt, you can just see the rubber grommet there. That's the supplied grommet that I've already put over the hole the sound supposer leaves behind. So all that's left to do now is from the engine bay.
So that's Mac now climbing out. Thanks for that, Mac. So he's removed the other side of this tube. I've just basically plied that together to pull this off, because this needs to be removed now. So hopefully this should, he says, just wangle its way out. It should. It's probably attached somewhere, or on a little...
There's a grommet there.
Hey, grommet. So that actually came out a lot easier than we thought, to be fair. It was just that one bit of trim there. Focus. Just that. We pulled that out of there. That came out, and that's where Mac was... Hold on, see if I can get it, yeah.
Yeah, so that's where the nut was.
Yeah. And
you pull it off the end of the bolt, and then rubber grommet replaces the hole that leaves behind.
Yeah, lovely. So that's up for sale if anyone wants it. I don't know what anyone would want it for. That's good down there. It gives you a lot more space in the engine bay, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, I like that. Right, so now on to this bit.
Yeah.
Right, so we're removing the T20 on the MAF sensor. So that's just a case of unscrewing the two bits, and then it should just come out. And then what we'll do is we'll just start disconnecting things, and we'll show you when we got there. Okay, so we've taken the engine cover off above the air intake manifold, and we're just loosening off on the throttle body now. We've disconnected all of these. It's just push buttons straight in. Yeah, so literally it's just a case of now working our way around, making sure it's all disconnected, and then it's just a case of taking the old air filter out. I think it's on possibly a screw. we'll have a look. Right then, so we've just taken this off. So we've disconnected the MAF from it down here, obviously, and then from the throttle body. So this is basically all old stuff now. What we do need to do, there's a couple of bolts on here and that, and then we can pull this unit out of the way. It gives us a bit of space in there as well once we get the filter out, and then it's just a case of rebuilding all the new one. Sweet. So just one 10mm, and then hopefully this should just come out, he says. Fingers crossed. Looks pretty good though. I think it's going to be a good time to get a good clean in there as well, I think.
Yeah.
Once this comes out. Wow, that is a massive airbox, isn't it?
Yeah, there's not
That's
a lot of room
huge.
behind it to pull it out.
Oh my God.
Bloody hell.
That is massive. That's what she said.
Yeah.
And there you go, look. Oh wow, yeah, that definitely needs a clean before we go any further. Right, so quick side by side, when we took the factory one out, there's a couple of things that you need to take off. We'll laugh about Mac in a minute, but what he did, but there's like a little rubber grommet there, which is there, and then one there.
Big rubber boot.
Yeah, which goes on there, just to obviously hold it and stop it from shaking. And then
this little piece,
which holds the securing nut in place. Now, don't do what Matt tried to do and basically pull the whole thing out and spend about 10 minutes trying to wangle it out when what
we
actually...
got there.
We got there in the end, but what actually you can do is...
you can just slide the metal sleeve
out.
Isn't as easy as it looks. Slide the metal sleeve out, and then obviously this is a lot more pliable.
Yeah.
To come back out.
So yes, we told you we'd make mistakes, but this
Yeah.
is why we do it. So we'll put this on and then see how it looks. You reckon there's enough air going through
Yeah, it should be.
that? Yeah. Right, so it's just a case of aligning it all in, and then what we'll
It's
do...
even bigger.
Yeah, it'll be fine. So it works. Matt got it in, perfect. So it all lined up, all sort of slotted into place. Just getting the 10mm bolt back in, and that should hold it in place. And then it's just a case of aligning up the throttle body, but we're not going to do anything tight just yet. We're just going to align everything up, make sure that the MAF sensor can reach where it's got to reach, because we may have to undo a little bit of tape. And actually looking at it, I think we're going to have to, we're going to have to do a bit more work on this MAF sensor. But we'll get around to that. We'll figure that out and then we'll show you what we did. Right, so we've just relocated the MAF sensor wires, and basically it was just clipped on. There was one under here, and it was attached to this little bracket here. And now what we've done is we've sort of fed the wire under. There is just literally enough space. Mac's just tightening up there.
Well, we think there's enough.
We hope there's enough. It should just about reach.
Try not to pull it.
Oh, it's going to be tight.
Use the right end of the socket.
Yeah. So all we did, guys, was basically where it comes, it's connected to another wire, so we just sort of had to just trim it back ever so slightly where a bit of tape was holding two bits of wire, and we sort of just given us enough look. I mean, it's given it just a bit of play there, and there's no sort of real pressure on it, so it seems to work. So it's a bit of a close call though, wasn't it? It was like, ugh. So yeah, so now it's just a case of tightening these up, and then we'll reattach everything, and we'll see. Hopefully, we're pretty much good to go. All right, so that's everything now tight inside here, and we're just sort of aligning up on the throttle body now, making sure we've got all the Jubilee clips in the right position.
That just needs slipping off a bit.
Yeah, and Mac's just slackening off. And then we'll just reattach everything, and then we'll go around, make sure everything's tight, and then we'll give it its first start. And it'll probably sound really lumpy because it won't know what's going on. But there is an insert in here. But this is on the 80mm bore, so you don't need a tune for that. If you open it up and take it out, it's 110mm bore, and the engine won't like that, it'd be too much air. So, but you can actually get quite a bit of horsepower from that, so we'll look at a tune potentially. But yeah, we'll just reattach everything and show it all when it's tight. Right guys, so that's it all fitted. A little bit of a pain to sort the MAF out. Everything else clips on perfectly, all fits in nicely. Covers back on, everything's tight, filters in. Mac's having a clean because he's got OCD. There's your car, mate, go clean your car.
It's clean.
So that's it really. So all it is now is to give it a start, hope it doesn't sound too lumpy, and then that's the end of it. So that's it, looking a little bit better. Definitely when you think, looks a lot nicer, and then you look at the factory one, there's a lot of plastic, filter, cover, noise, but you've got a V8, why do you need noise in the cabin like that? Sounds better coming out the exhaust. We'll give it a start up and see how it sounds. Right then, so that's that fitted, all done. Thanks for your help, Mac. We'll be doing it to yours in a couple of weeks, I'm sure. Yeah, so that's it. We've smashed through that video. You've seen all the mistakes and how sort of sometimes it can be a bit funny, but and how sort of awkward it can be. I mean, we're in a garage, we've got tools and everything, but it can be done on a drive or it can be done anywhere. So, but yeah, it makes it look a lot cleaner in the engine bay, and I think it looks great. So, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and all that jazz. We'll see you soon. More videos coming. We've got some Monza updates, some Manta updates, and Sam's away working. And as soon as he's back, we've got new projects in the works as well. So, see you soon. Ta-ra.